All right, guys, in case you are not paying attention closely to the Fortnite competitive scene, which I know everyone here has been very attentive to, we all have been watching the Fortnite pro gaming scene for years at this point, okay? It's been at the forefront of the culture. But jokes aside, recently there was a Fortnite esport event, and the champion of the competition, the winner of it all, was a transgender person, okay? A male to female. And I'm thinking to myself, right? It's like, why would I not just be trans at this point? Why would I not just cut my dick off, grow some titties, and then try to become a pro in, like, you know, fucking CS2, in Fortnite, Valorant, you know, all these esports? It's like, I gotta go for it. I gotta try it at least. And I think this person won like $80,000. And it was specifically because he was playing in the division against women, I'm pretty sure. But let's take a look at this.
The largest women's esports competition just took place a few days ago, where a bunch of women came together to compete against one another in Fortnite at TwitchCon. And guess who won? A biological man. Let's talk.
That's so tough. Boys win again. Boys win again. I mean, we do it the best. I mean, you imagine you're just getting shit on, and you're like, you hear some guy who's, you know, wearing a skirt on the other side of the arena, like, get shit on! Get fucked! And you're like, okay. That's brutal. That's actually brutal.
Let's talk about it.
He Fortnutted all over them. I don't know what's up with this intro. Every time I watch this lady's videos, I have to wonder why?
Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Now, today we have quite the story, and we're getting back into the gaming conversation, which we dip our toes in every now and again on this channel. We're going to talk about this Fortnite competition, this like milk cup competition.
It was literally called the milk cup, and this guy was milking his snake, I guess. You know, they're like, can you lactate? He's like, no, but I can faptate. All right, you know, I'll stay away from the jokes.
That takes place every year. This was 2025, of course, and we do have our winner. So this competition took place at TwitchCon. If you go to their website, they are labeled as a creation made for women with more opportunities to succeed in esports. It says it's a space designed for women to compete at the highest level for serious money. But this is more than just a competition.
Dude, this is
hilarious. It's a blueprint for how gaming should be, and a platform for women on a journey towards professional.
This is actually interesting, because I'm thinking about this. I do have a pretty big gripe with boosted e-girls who are in high-ranking esport lobbies, and they're only there because their boyfriend carries them every game. And a part of me thinks a lot of these women are probably there because of some kind of nepotism like that. And to have some transgender just come in here and wipe the floor is based. But simultaneously, it's like, you know, we just can't be having this, right? You know, we cannot be having some guy doing very little to modify his appearance. He just grows out his hair. I mean, this is just moist critical without the beard, right? And then he wins the Fortnite competition. I don't know about all that.
Sports. Now
women loved women's rights until women's rights became men's rights. Yeah, I know.
Gonna maybe shock you, maybe not, but the fact that a biological man won this competition. I'm gonna show you the picture here. It says, congrats Vader and Nina, Milk Cup 2025 champions.
Oh, are they a duo? Well, okay. Well, this is literally just a boosted fucking e-girl. Like, the jokes write themselves. This is hilarious. This is actually insane. So, looks like this girl Nina. I mean, you guys can guess who the real woman is here. I don't know if it's you know, that much of a challenge, but looks like the girl on the right is actually a woman, and the weed dealer on the left appears to have boosted her.
Hashtag the Milk Cup, and you can see them holding up this big trophy for their win. And I find this really fascinating for a lot of reasons that we're going to get into.
That's awesome, though.
Right after I show you this clip of our two winners.
She's like, all right, babe, we won. We won the 80K. You can stop taking estrogen now.
A lot of reasons that we're going to get into right after I show you this clip of our two winners discussing what it's like to be in a female space, except only one winner is going to discuss that.
Dream come true. I'm just so happy right now.
Vader, one last question for you. Coming into something like the Milk Cup Championship, a place for women, you know, made by women, for women.
Uh-oh.
What does it mean to be here now, standing here as the winner of a place like this that is about the presence of women in
Yo, is she like secretly being based? I can't tell. That's like, she's spamming woman.
Esports.
I think that it really shows that you could be yourself, like be your true self, be who you are, unapologetic about it, and that there are...
I genuinely think this is just a guy with gyno. Let's be adults here. Did this guy even do anything? This literally doesn't even, this sounds like one of my boys. His voice don't even sound like a chick at all. He's not even trying. He's not trying at all.
Spaces for everybody.
He's wearing a black t-shirt. Bro looks like me.
And that no one should ever give up.
Guys, give it up one more time for your Milk Cup champions, Exet Nina and Vader.
I'm just a little confused and a little not confused. No shade on this particular individual because
Okay, here's the thing. They're not trying to spread hate. I am. Okay, I'm the villain here. I think that if you have someone like this who hasn't even attempted to pass at all, winning money, right? This is the issue. We're talking about winning money here. Money changes people's lives, right? And we're talking about young people who are struggling to get ahead in today's world, who have now seen the golden opportunity to make some bread winning an esport, okay? Going from the bedroom to the main stage, winning life-changing money, specifically for a woman's division. And now they're having to compete against the species, you know, the gender with faster reaction time because of survival instincts and evolutionary development here. And it's like, I don't think that's fair.
I do not know his internal goings-ons and why he decided to be a part of this competition. He could very well be a person who is genuinely struggling with gender dysphoria and has found some sort of community within gaming and decided to, you know, sign up for this competition and just ended up winning.
Make a different league. No, so that's actually funny you said that. I think esports is the easiest thing to make like a transgender league for. Just because it's like on the internet and there's just so many trans people online.
But it's really interesting that we live in this time where we have biological males stepping into female spaces and then, you know, essentially taking their trophies and awards, and that is apparently no exception for gaming. We've seen this happen all over the place, and specifically in sports as we're getting into esports here. We saw it with Leah Thomas in swimming, and Leah
You can't make this shit up, bro.
Thomas just won like the Voice of Inspiration Award or something like that for just
insane.
being a man who ushered himself into a female space and ended up gaining status
Literally
in doing
insane.
so. We've seen it in skateboarding, we've seen it in surfing, we've seen it in volleyball, in darts, and now in this whole video game situation. And I find it really interesting that in that clip, you watch as a biological woman crosses over another biological woman who also won this award to ask a biological man about what it's like to be in a space for women. And that biological man ends up answering by saying there's a space for everyone, while being the antithesis to an all-female space in having won this competition. So I think we have, within our radical empathy as women, and many women on the left, a suicidal empathy.
Exactly. No, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's like they're so kind to their own detriment. It's like kindness is a weakness. When you're so supportive of everybody, you're going to end up supporting the people that are replacing you, the people that are going into your spaces and taking opportunities away from you. And we're not talking about nothing, right? We're talking about, and you can think it's a joke, you can think it's a nothing because it's Fortnite, but we're talking about serious cash. Pretty sure that kid Booga, when he was 12, won $1 million, okay? There's real money to be made in esports. So if you think that it's not a big deal that a trans person is winning these events that are designed for women, you're not paying attention to the bacon. We're not paying attention to the bottom line here, which is that if you win this, you bring home life-changing money. And you're supposed to be only having the chance to do that if you're a woman, right? Because the male division is its own thing because it's hyper-competitive, right? They're trying to even it out.
We're literally willing
plus all the physical sports. No shit.
To get in the way of our own progress, of our own status, of our own awards and accomplishments for the sake of pedestalizing, I guess, a political.
Like, it's hilarious to hear people complain about the patriarchy being the main thing that's taking them down and acting as an obstacle to their own success, when they simultaneously are totally fine with allowing men into their sports, taking money away from them and opportunities away from them. That is totally self-imposed, you idiots.
Message. And that political message ends up being pedestalizing a man. You are actually, in a sort of roundabout way, reinstilling the patriarchy because you.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's hilarious because it's like people want to be nice, and I understand being nice, but I'm not going to be nice to someone who just fucking robbed me. You know? If I was a chick and I was like top 2 or top 3, knowing I lost to this guy, I'm like pissed as fuck. Like I'm subscribing to Matt Walsh, you know? I'm helping with What is a Woman Too.
You've allowed, you know, a singular man, I don't know if there were other biological men in this competition, you've allowed him into the space, and then he won the award. Oh my gosh. And then you allow Leah Thomas to swim, and then he wins the award. And we get it. There's biological differences between men and women. We have different spatial awareness. We have different reaction times. We have different strengths and weaknesses. But if you're going to make a space for all women to sort of indicate that and talk about the importance of it, then you should probably stand 10 toes down on the message that it is for women. And while you may be confused about trans women and whether or not they should be accepted, I think this is an indication of exactly how that goes. Your female space ends up honoring men. That's just what happens. I mean, I don't know how else to put it here. And in particular, like the gaming industry has made statement after statement about female involvement. Dove did that whole campaign about representing women and showing how beautiful they are in all forms of gaming.
It's like I said earlier, like this is one of those things. Gaming is so inclusive because it's digital, and anything digital that has a wide social community is gonna be taking in people from literally all walks in life. Like gaming is unironically very diverse, right? And it would not be the hardest thing. It'd be very fucking easy to make a division for trans people. Obviously, there'd be less money there, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, right? Like it would be less money there for the benefit of everybody else, you know? And I think that's something that has to be done.
See all these campaigns for women being bullied online.
Not that there's anything wrong with cross-dressing. Well, yeah, I mean, that's nothing to do with this.
They're playing games and not being accepted in what they call a male-dominated space. But then when women get the floor and they're allowed a chance to make their own competition in this whole milk cup thing, and it's quite a sizable one, it seems, you allow biological men into the space. And again, this is not an attack on this singular person who ended up winning an award. It's an attack on the philosophy. It's an attack on the political idea. Because guess what? If your female space allows biological men, it's not a female.
This is a smaller point, and it's a semantics thing, but whenever someone says biological male, I feel like this is the same thing about, like when people say political violence, just say violence, just say male. Adding these qualifiers, like, oh, he's a man, biologically, it's like, is there a way to be a man not biologically? Is there a way to be a woman not biologically? Like, your biology determines what you are. Like, that's sort of like, the people say it's biological essentialism or whatever, gender essentialism, it's like, that just is, like, holding biology as most important, which it is, because that determines what your capacity for reproduction is, which is like the furtherment of our species as humans. So if you think biology is not essential, then you're a fucking retard, and I don't take you seriously. So stop adding these modifiers. Just say dude, just say man, right? And I also think that when, like I said earlier, you're saying things like political violence, like this person supports political violence, like I understand it's of the political genre of violence, but I think just saying violence in general is important, because when you add that qualifier, you're making it seem like it's a special kind of violence that maybe can be rationalized in certain positions, which it can't, right? Violence is bad always. Well, okay, literally, I mean, if you're talking about like boxing or something, it's not, but you get what I'm saying. Political assassinations, bad. We're civilized people in the 21st centuries. That's not how we behave.
Male space. And this is exemplified in this award right here. We need to recognize the differences between men and women, and we need to stop letting our radical empathy become suicidal empathy. And at this point, they're all interchangeable. You are getting in your own way. You are servicing others and claiming it to be a service to yourself. And while there may not be a lot of women who care about this, and presumably there were a ton of women in this crowd who didn't care whatsoever that a biological man won this award, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And you're on that slippery slope right now. And this may be just like a trivial esports competition, but it seems like there's a sizable amount of money to be won here. It seems like there's a sizable amount of status to be won here. And it seems like if we let this bleed into this particular sect of life, it's going to bleed into other avenues.
Right.
It's the message that I share on this channel. It's the message of others like J.K. Rowling. And we probably need to start listening, because this is not the end of this until we say a woman's space is actually a woman's space. Now, guys, those are my thoughts on this whole 2025 Milk Cup competition and a trans woman / biological male winning the award. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, I encourage healthy debate on this channel. So if you disagree with anything I said, do get out, but do so respectfully. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified.
I mean, she's totally right? See, as a gamer, I find this absolutely ridiculous. Level of narcissism required to stand there as... Yeah, I mean, let's think about this as well. You know, everybody wants to talk about them, like, separate from what they personally could be. But let's think about this, right? Let's use our imaginations. Let's say that we were all trans. Would you just become a narcissist? Like, if I became trans and I knew that that was a me thing and not a society thing, would I now demand that people sacrifice opportunity and money due to my own personal persuasion? Like, fuck no. Absolutely not. Like, that's insane. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, what? And there's plenty of ways to make money as a pro gamer, you know, like, regardless of your gender. And so just go those other avenues and maximize the sort of money. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's narcissistic in a lot of ways. Like, especially I think for men, there's something sinister about it because you get 10% buffs on any women events and competitions. Well, it's not like 10%. It's even more than that, right? People think it's less for gaming, but I do think gaming, like, there's something about the male brain composition that gives them a competitive edge in gaming, which, I mean, I can't give you the exact data on that right now. I don't have it in front of me, but if you just look at the, like, the pros of everything, like, they're all men. And so, I mean, you know, sort of a priori, it speaks for itself. Literally every single, like, go to, like, highest paid esports players, and then the top, like, 100, there will probably be 1 or 2 women. Right. And that just has to do with the fact that it's a male dominated field. OK. And yeah, I think that does have to do. I think that's downstream of the fact that men are just programmed to be more competitive in basically every single way. Right. So. Yeah. Damn, are all the highest paid esports players just on Dota 2? That's crazy. I'm looking at this right now. I just see highest paid esports players. It's just Dota 2, Dota 2. When did we see CS? Okay, there's Fortnite. Yeah, Boogo. There he is, $3.7 million. Yeah, so I mean, Fortnite is number 23 for highest paid. Damn, holy fuck, it's all Dota. I've never watched a game of Dota in my life. This is crazy. Okay, now we finally have some CS. I don't even know who Dupra is. I've never even seen this guy. Where are some actual known CS players? Where's Simple? Apex, Device. Okay, Device is a crazy player. He deserves this. Rops, also one of the goats of CS. Where's Simple? Or, like, where's Magisk, also goated? I'm gonna know most of these CS players. I wonder where, like, Sinatra is. Anyway, but yeah, you get the point. I mean, these are all males, so yeah, I think it's, yeah, there's Simple. I think it speaks for itself. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike, and I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.